Hare Krishna. Now every day when we are chanting, so we have one time slot, say 2 hours of chanting. 16 rounds take 2 hours. Now once we finish this chanting, so we don't have any other slot as such if we properly analyze. This is the only slot that we have. This is the only slot. Sometimes devotees say, I want to increase my rounds, I'm not getting time. I want to read more, I want to hear more, I don't have time. I want to visit temple often, I don't have time. Actually, we don't have time. It's only 24 hours that we have. That's it. 24 hours. In that, we are investing 2 hours in chanting. And that 2 hours that we're investing is the only time slot for chanting. Many of the times it will happen that I want to chant more number of rounds, say 4 extra rounds or 10 extra rounds. But there's no time because everything else is packed. The other 22 hours is packed. Now just imagine when we realize this one important fact that the only time slot that I have is this slot, the 2 hours, the chanting slot. And there is no other slot apart from this. Now if that is the case, please tell me that how are we going to advance in Krishna consciousness? We are expected to be absorbed in Krishna consciousness, all the time think about the Lord, 24/7 Krishna conscious. Tell me, if we have only fixed slot and there is no time up after that, then how are we going to become fully Krishna conscious? How are we going to advance in Krishna consciousness? Seems very difficult and seems very critical. Because we have to attain Krishna, we talk about attaining Krishna this life, but the only slot is this. And just imagine, in that slot also, sometimes, in fact most of the time, we are not able to focus. We are not able to be absorbed in our chanting. If at least we are absorbed in chanting, we'll get some taste and we'll advance in Krishna consciousness. But in that only time slot, we are not able to focus. Just imagine how critical our situation is. How pathetic our situation is. Very, very critical. Very, very critical. Therefore, again and again, when we sit for chanting, as soon as we pick up our beats and we are sitting for chanting, we have to tell ourselves, this is the only time slot I have for chanting. This is the only time slot. I don't have time after this. You can analyze your day before you start chanting. You analyze and see if you have some time anywhere. And you'll see that this is the only time. And when you're putting your hands in the bead bag, now we should have this resolve, we should have this determination, we should take a vow for ourselves that every single round that I'm going to chant in this only time slot that I have, I want to chant with absorption. Because chanting with absorption is only going to help us to get taste in chanting the holy names. Because for sure, one thing is very clear. It's not about time, it's about taste. If we have taste in chanting, whatever we are doing, our lips, our tongue will start moving automatically. But as of now, we don't have taste. So 24/7 chanting and all is out of question. So this only time slot that we have to make sure that we are absorbed in that chanting. We try our best to hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Absorbed. It's very, very important to chant. Hear attentively, pray intensely and be absorbed in chanting. But those 2 hours, which is the only slot, we cannot deviate. We cannot get distracted. We don't have option. If we at all had any option, then we could have thought about, but we don't have option. So this is what is Japa Motivation for today. We have to tell ourselves that this is the only time slot I have. Oh mind, oh dear mind, this is the only time slot I have. Don't disturb. Let me just focus on the holy name. Let's understand the urgency. Let's try to understand how short the life is, and in that also, how much actual slot we have for chanting, and let's chant intensely and seriously. Hare Krishna.